now standing along the coast from Lesbos, a migration centre, which is described as a close controlled immigration centre, which is a bit bizarre, which I'll come back to explain in a minute. But this place, it's quite deceiving. From here, it looks as if it's maybe a couple of dozen buildings, not that many inhabitants, and not a large venue. However, it is very deceiving. And as you continue up the road past it, you try and gain access from the other side. It's quite difficult, as you can see, it's high. But the best place to give you an idea of the scope and the scale of this place is on the earth. And you'll see that it is very, very expansive. It's deceiving, very deceiving. And it's designed to contain approximately 5,000 immigrants. The reason it's here, it's been here about 4 or 5 years. It's the place that I covered earlier, prior 4 miles up the road there. After it burnt down, they needed somewhere to house the migrants. And initially, they were in a place just further up, past here, a few hundred yards, called Capitepi. But that was always meant to be short term, and the government did not allow any registration to make it permanent. So it's just moved it through here. It's a shooting range. Now, I've seen a lot of NGOs, the cuddly types that every immigrant all over the world to come to Europe, that type. And they were saying recently that this place is not fit for purpose. They're saying it's like a prison. There's no allowance to go out. People are treated badly. It's cramped. All this stuff. And I had nothing to suggest otherwise. However, earlier on today, I was driving past here to go down the coast towards into the capital, Mytilene, for a breakfast and to get better Wi-Fi access to do some work on my laptop. And there's a 100 yards past here, there's a little, which I was going in to get some water, and there was a guy standing for a bus that I talked to. His name is Nelson, and he's from the Cameroon. So I asked him, first of all, was he from the camp? Yeah, he was no problem, talked to me. He was quite happy to tell me all about it. And we got chatting, and I asked him where he was going. He said he was going to Mytilene. So was I, and I offered the man a lift. And we popped away down to the harbour. And I dropped him there. He went this way, and I went this other. So we had a good 10, 15 minute chat, and I got his story and his opinion on this camp behind me. Now, as I say, he's from Cameroon. He left Cameroon a few months ago. He wants to get to mainland Europe as a preferred destination, although that might change. Currently, it's Luxembourg. He travelled to Turkey by plane, flew there, easy enough from Cameroon, and then wanted to get into the EU. So he travelled to the east of Turkey and got a boat over here under the cover of darkness with about 2 dozen others. And he said that the boat had 4 black Africans, was his terminology. The rest were white people from the Middle East countries, which he was like Afghan, Syria, etc. So that's the sort of demographic that's coming in here. And came under the cover of darkness. He said the journey took him 4 hours, which is crazy. It's 6 miles away, so a boat doing about 1.5 knots. It's quite peculiar. And I'm getting much just now while we make this video, so something interrupts me. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Nelson. So he paid €2,000 for the trip. He's been here for 2 months. He's been told that within 6 months he'll have his asylum processed and he'll either pass that or fail it. And I said to him, well, what will happen if you fail asylum? He says, oh, you just appeal. He says, yeah, but what happens if the appeal fails and the appeal cannot be extinguished all routes? And his answer was, looked at me a bit confused, and said, well, that just doesn't happen. He said he knows people that are African and stay in a village just up there. But he says, while they're doing that, they're free to go out this place. Obviously, I met the man out and about and took him into the city for his business. I asked him about the conditions. He said it was great. The staff were fantastic. He said the feed him, shelter, water, help with his paperwork. Nothing's a problem. And the bit about helping the paperwork interests me because the people that run this camp are an NGO of the United Nations. And I'm going to talk about more of that in a future video because I've got loads of things to talk about from this trip. So that sort of blows the notion for these NGOs and country brigade to, tell us that this is horrific and whatever. That was a guy, as I've made comment before in this trip, the people coming out of this camp are all immaculate. They're all very well dressed. So what you've been told and the reality are two very different things. So I also asked him about the movement from the camp on a permanent basis, people getting out, people coming in. And he said there are people bust in every day and there's people bust out every day. People who are, at that part of the process where they can go wherever they want. And he said, then what happens is they go from here into the mainland and go wherever they want. And he said, even when your process, if you get right to remain in Greece itself, you can disappear for 90 days and nobody cares. You're free to travel anywhere in Europe. And that's kind of had the problems. So I'm now getting a few people over here going to be a bit interested in what I'm saying. So I'm just going to stop just now and we'll continue this later on. Aye, we're back. Thankfully, that came to nothing. People just seem to be, I'll take the face value, just seem to be curious as to what I was doing. So that led to nothing. So where was I? Yeah, so the picture that I've been painted by some people is a bit weird. It does not match what I'm. Okay, it's one person, but I'm going to try and speak to both people in here. And if I get two or three saying the same things as Nelson, then kind of got to assume that this camp is a decent place. And what I did say to Nelson was, I asked him, well, why he left Cameroon. And his reasons for leaving Cameroon was he wanted a better life. He felt it wasn't the nicest place to live. He said that the guy who's in charge, the Prime Minister or President, is the oldest in the world, at 92 or 93, and he's trying to get another term. And when the elections come, it's not a very nice place. There's another car just snake by, just like head in a swivel. What a weird car, what's not doing here? Quite bizarre. There's another car over here, back to the straight. Anyway, so he had his own reasons for leaving Cameroon. He wants a better life. He wants to work somewhere safe. He said, I asked him how Turkey was. And he said, Turkey, you can live there, you can work there, but unless you're just sleeping or working, try to do anything socially, get out and about, the police on top of you. It's probably why, they could stay in Turkey, but that's probably why a lot of the migrants don't stop off in Turkey, because the Turkish hold them responsible for all their actions. So, he was there for 2 months and then paid €2,000 to come here. He's quite confident he'll be given leave to remain here. And as soon as his paperwork's sorted out, he starts the second leg of his journey to get to mainland Europe. And I asked him, I spoke to him about my own concerns for the UK because we've too many migrants. We seem to come because of they don't have an offer. And he said, I had heard this, and he does agree that a lot of people make these trips before they even get here. They have plans to go to the United Kingdom, and that'll be no surprise to most. So I'm going to, this is what, third video I've got putting out from this trip. There'll be more. I've got another 24 hours here. I've already got some footage in the can, which will make sense when it's released, why it will be released later. I've got some other ideas that I want to go and get footage from. So hopefully, Saturday just now, hopefully this video goes out Saturday night. Another one Sunday, I'll probably be home. And guarantee you need to watch that one. As far as the funds for this trip's concerned, I've already said it's just a couple of pounds either side of £1,000 it'll cost me, depending on the exchange rate. And I asked people if they wanted to donate on my Buy My Coffee page. And I'm really humble. I mean, I couldn't believe, I thought I might get a couple of £100 and that'll help. But I think for this trip, it's somewhere, again, depends on the exchange rate, because the money's held in dollars, and when you take it out, you get whatever rate is in. It'll be about £700. So I'm actually only about 300 quid short of covering the costs of this. That's fantastic. So thank you very much to everybody who's gave anything from a few pounds up to a couple of people gave me £100, and it just blows me away. Absolutely mind blowing. So it takes a lot of pressure off me. I could take a bit more time put my videos out. I don't feel as if I need to smash them out just so you get views. So yeah, humbled by that, and I don't think it will. But if it did get over the amount for this trip, then it'll give me a start kitty for the next. So if it stopped today, I'm delighted. It's more than double what I thought it would have got, and I'm really, really shocked, stunned, and humbled all at one time for that. So thank you very much. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the comments below, and hit the share button if you've not already done so. Subscribe to the channel because I'm telling you, wait till you see the stuff that I've got coming out for this trip, and you'll understand the timing once I put out the last video or two about this trip. So if you've not already, hit the subscribe and the notifications, you'll be told when the videos hit the system, and hope you enjoy them. So unless you're the type of person who is coming to the UK for your own selfish needs, or the type of people who want to paint a picture that isn't true about what happens in these camps, then not you. But everyone else, have a great day. Cheery bye now.